Here's Margot Robbie in a bubble bath to explain.
What's up guys, it's your girl Mary. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Today I'm going to be watching a movie that I have wanted to watch for a really long time just because the cast looks incredible. Christian Bale, Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling, Brad Pitt. If you don't know what movie I'm talking about already, it's called The Big Short, released in 2015. This one was directed by Adam Mackie. I'm not super familiar with his work, but it is a biography. It's also a dark comedy, a docudrama, a satire. It's got a lot of tags here on IMDb. I'm just having a quick look, but it's rated quite highly as well. 7.8 out of 10, 505,000 votes. And this movie is all about numbers, which is why I'm just throwing that number there for you guys. In 2006 to 2007, a group of investors bet against the United States mortgage market. In their research, they discover how flawed and corrupt the market is. I don't really know much about finance. I've never been a finance sis. Is that the equivalent to being a finance bro? I've not even been around finance bros, to be honest. So the finance speak will probably intimidate me, but I'm gonna give this movie a go regardless. It has been 10 years since the release of this movie, which is insane to think. So it has been on my mind for at least 10 years. Like every time I've seen it available on a streaming service, I'm like, I want to watch Big Short. I want to watch it, but I've always been intimidated by it. Mostly. That's mostly been the reason why I haven't watched it, but it's finally time. It's finally time. If you are after the uncut, unedited version, you can find that over on Patreon, linked in the description bar in the pinned comments. You just need a copy of the movie so that you can watch it along with me. There will be a timer. I could be on one screen, movie could be on the other screen. Besides uncut, so I also provide early access to my content, bloopers, polls, behind the scene, all of that good stuff. Down below, you can also find me on all the social media handles, and you can find my 2 other channels as well. I've got my gaming channel and I've got my vlog / various content channel. So with all of that said, let's jump into The Big Short.
You might not know who he is, but he changed your life more than Michael Jordan, the iPod, and YouTube put together.
Wow, that's a huge claim.
The mortgage-backed security.
Mortgage-backed
You
security.
got your average person's mortgage. Fixed rate, 30 years. Boring, safe, small payoff, right? But the risk is still small because who the hell doesn't pay their mortgage?
I guess.
I'll buy 20 million.
Oh, come on, live a little.
25 million.
The money came, and for the first time, the banker went from the country club to the strip club.
Oh, wow.
They were doing 50, 100, 200 billion in mortgages.
Oh my
and for
God. Living lavishly now. Capitalism, man.
Almost 30 years later, in 2008, it all came crashing down.
Ah, yes.
The worst financial crisis in modern times.
Wow.
In decades in this country, and perhaps the end of an era in America.
This
End of an
mortgage-backed
era, that's
security
huge.
mutate, and none of the experts or leaders or talking heads had a clue it was coming.
That's
I'm guessing most of
insane.
you still don't really know what happened.
I
Yeah, you got
don't.
a soundbite you repeat so you don't sound dumb, but come on.
Financial institutions are strong.
I'm not a weirdo. I'm pretty fucking cool, but
That's
we'll
true.
meet again later.
Okay, I
just
look
saw the
forward
giant
to it.
lie by doing something the rest of the suckers never thought to do. They looked.
Okay.
During the 1930s,
Christian Bale.
the housing market collapsed nationwide by roughly 80%.
Whoa.
In complexity and the rates of fraud, and did you know they're going up?
Seems like a very switched on guy.
I've always been more comfortable alone. I believe
Relatable.
I lost the eye in a childhood illness.
That's so sad.
Rates
Oh.
since the 1930s.
It's okay.
Oh.
Wash it off and put it back in.
You were playing so great, son.
Oh,
heard
they're
the
such
coach
good
say.
parents. Like, you can't tell that he has the glass eye, though.
I'm going on and on. My wife told me I need to share more.
That seems healthy.
Yeah, he has a wife, though. I feel a bit
So I
uncomfortable.
get the job. I really think I could help you fund.
Yeah, sure.
You got the job.
Is there anything you want me to work on for a start?
Oh, is that his eye?
Tech bubble burst in 2001, and the housing market.
I feel like the interview isn't over.
No.
I want to know what mortgages are in each one.
Oh, yeah, I can tell now.
Wait.
March
Those mortgages made up
2005.
of
before the 2008 collapse. Smart but eccentric man,
Nice guy all day long. Ask anyone, I'm a pleasure to work with.
but boring, seemingly.
My son screws up, I am yelling at him just like my dad did to me.
Aww.
Coming out of my mouth. And,
Sorry, I'm late. No cabs.
That's got to be Steve Carell.
So I met with this retail banker yesterday. I
Just
started grilling
interrupted.
him. How can you sleep at night knowing that you are ripping off working people?
You tell him.
You see the one.
We have
Trying to
talked
make me
about
feel
this
bad about myself.
numerous times. Come in late and hijack the entire session.
What
Yeah.
do you mean? I didn't hijack the
Yeah, you
I
did,
hijack the
pal.
session? Hold on. Let's take this. Sorry. Sorry.
Just
I
a
don't care,
busy
Porter.
man.
Bye, everybody.
Oh,
They paid on time.
I just could not. I couldn't do this job. It's too many numbers.
Heard of that?
30 days late rated. Haven't rated yet.
Whew.
He hasn't spoken to me since he hired me.
He's just locked in.
But the housing market is rock solid.
Greenspan just said.
But
I don't think you mean to do this, but sometimes you sound very
Dismissive and superior.
superior.
In fact, Greenspan's wrong. I don't know how you want it.
Look, Michael, Metro Capital.
In 07, they will
Begin to fail, and if they fail above 15%, the whole bond is worthless.
wow, he was onto it.
Subprime loans, tranches. It's pretty confusing, right?
It is,
Does it
but
make
I
you-
get the
well, it's
gist. I get the
Wall Street loves to use
gist, but
confusing terms to make you think only they can do what they do.
not the terms.
Or here's Margot Robbie in a bubble bath to explain.
Billions on their 2% fee they got for selling each of these bonds.
Okay, I'm distracted though.
Banks started filling these bonds with riskier and riskier mortgages.
Right.
That way, they can keep that profit machine churning.
Right.
So whenever you hear subprime, think
Subprime equals
Michael Burry out that these mortgage. So now he's going to short the bonds, which means to bet against.
to bet against. I mean, you're very sexy, so I was very distracted, Margot.
Before someone else sees this investment.
Aren't they filled with thousands of
pages of mortgages.
I read them.
All of them?
You
Ah,
read them?
he probably did.
yeah.
Yeah,
No
he
one-
probably did.
There are no insurance contracts or options for mortgage bonds. The bonds are
Too stable.
He's not getting it.
I'm gonna get a bank to make me one, and then I'm gonna buy it.
I don't want that.
Simple.
What company treats its customers that shittily and succeeds?
Shittily.
Then what's the problem, Rabbi?
Is the reason Mark is studying so hard.
Okay.
He's looking for inconsistencies in the Word of God.
Right.
So has he found any?
Started his own.
Hi, honey.
The therapist called.
Hey, it's Aunt May.
And everyone's walking around like they're in a goddamn Enya video.
Sail
They're all getting
away,
screwed, you
sail
know.
away,
You know what they care
sail
about? They
away.
care about- I love my job.
You're miserable.
I love my job.
He knows that he loves his job.
Sad every day about what happened.
What happened?
Feel the same, but you never show it.
So he's burying himself in his work. That's pretty
Know how close you were to your brother?
classic.
Paul. Where'd you go, Paul?
Oh, he was the last person that he spoke to too. Oh my lord.
Cynthia, I'm okay. I really am. Hey,
He
hey,
does
hey.
not seem
No,
okay.
No, that's my cab. That is my cab.
It's not schmuck.
I'll call you later.
He's not very personable lately, which is okay considering his loss, but he needs to talk about it.
Bonds only fail if millions of Americans don't pay their mortgages. That's never happened in history.
Right.
Everyone's wrong.
He's funny. He is.
My one concern is that when the bonds fail,
When, not if, when.
You want to bet against the housing market, and you're worried we won't pay you.
It's so awkward when people whisper in front of you.
You'd have to pay us monthly premiums.
Is that
Right.
acceptable, Dr. Burry?
Monthly premiums.
yes.
He thought about that one.
$5 million in credit default swaps on these mortgage bonds.
5
We make it 100 million.
Whoa!
Absolutely, we can make it 100 million.
Holy moly! He is so confident.
I like these cups.
Could I take one for my son?
You just made us $100 million richer. You could take the damn mug. You know what? His confidence is sexy. I love the way they're laughing. It's so finance bro coded.
Dude, 200 million?
Deutsche Bank. 200 million. How much money does he have? Oh my lord. Bank of America. He's worth billions. We miss you. Oh, cute.
I didn't know there was swaps on mortgages.
There are now. We made it for him.
You're laughing now, pal. You're laughing now.
Sure, it's a deal.
Jared Bennett.
I told you when you
Stone Cold
Unfortunately,
Hottie.
it's in a place like this, which I would never be. I never hung out with these idiots after work, ever. I had
Really?
fashion.
Okay.
This guy wanted... How much in total?
1.3 billion.
What? That's pretty much all of Scion's liquidity. Michael, this is highly distressing.
Highly distressing.
We had an underlying understanding you wouldn't act like a goddamn crazy man.
She's not crazy.
Pay out premiums on these swaps against
The housing market until the mortgages fail?
Until.
We lose millions.
until something that's never happened before happens.
I see where he's coming from.
That's correct.
He's gonna be hated on for a while. People don't understand him. But he's a very switched on guy. I have complete faith.
We're expecting to be expecting. IVF's are cleaning us out, but we're staying positive.
No. Okay. So dismissive.
Turns out I have a very large thing called an epididymis.
Epididymis.
It's a thing that goes around the ball and like a sac.
Am I right?
underneath. I have an extremely...
All right.
Almost as large as another testicle.
Wow.
His small team reflected his distrust of the system.
You guys are sick.
Right.
But you're happy when you're unhappy.
I am happy when I'm not happy.
Benny Daniel.
That is so... I feel seen.
Benny lost his father to a violent crime when he was young. Just like Mark, he didn't talk about it.
Oh.
I don't talk about that.
I like this breaking of the fourth wall.
We should change our name.
Wait, he wanted to short housing bonds?
He said that a few times now.
Wow, it's down. It's down 3 points since last year. That's weird. I haven't heard a peep about that.
I wonder why.
Jared.
These lucky sons of caught wind of one of the best trades from a wrong number. They should have paid 10.
Just walks into his office.
Hi. How are you?
Have a seat.
Oh, okay. They had a meeting.
There's definitely some interest.
Oh, my boss would have my ass.
No.
Crazy, Jared? Get lost.
Definitely some interest.
What?
What's that smell?
The cologne?
Opportunity. Money. Money. The modern ones are different. They're private. And they're made up of layers of tranches.
A tranche is a French word meaning a portion of something.
A lot of these triple Bs are going to 0 too.
That's
You're
scary.
too close. That's my quant.
You're what?
My quantitative. My math specialist. Look at him. You notice anything different about him? Look at his face.
That's
His eyes.
rude.
He won a national math competition in China. He doesn't even speak English.
Okay.
Show the math.
Actually, my name's Jiang. I do speaking. Jared likes to say I don't because he thinks it makes me seem more authentic. I got second in that national math competition.
So you're offering us a chance to short this pile of blocks.
Let's not talk about my margins, by the way. Being nice and fat. That's a nice shirt. Do they make it from end? I'm standing in front of a burning house, and I'm offering you fire insurance on it.
As you say, really.
With FICOs below 550.
Get the f out of here.
Some of this is really just going through me. I'm gonna be real.
We just repackage it with a bunch of other that didn't sell and put it into a CDO.
CDO. Collateralized debt obligation.
It's important to understand because it's what allowed a housing crisis to become a nationwide economic
Should I
disaster.
write this down? Collateralized
Here's
debt
world-famous chef Anthony Bourdain
obligation.
to explain.
Okay. R.I.P. by the way. R.I.P.
Whatever crappy levels of the bond I don't sell, I throw into a seafood stew.
Oh.
Not old fish. It's a whole new thing. And the best part is they're eating 3-day-old halibut.
Okay.
That is a CDO.
Okay, collateralized something obligation. Collateralized debt obligation is fish stew.
My whole department's long on this stuff. They call me Chicken Little. They call me Bubble Boy. Triple B's, 0.
Oh.
And then that happens.
What is that?
The collapse.
That's America's housing market.
Of America's housing market.
Thank you.
Hey, Jared.
Shut your f***ing mouth.
Damn, why is he gonna be rude for? He's asserting his dominance. That's what he's doing.
How come you don't hate this guy? He's everything you taught us not to trust.
Yeah,
He is so
right.
transparent in his self-interest that I kind of respect him.
Yeah, I see that.
JP Morgan Chase. Okay. JP Morgan
Charlie
Chase.
Geller.
Just a meeting, though, you know?
Jamie Shipley.
We're doing 30 million right now, but we started 4 years ago with 110,000. As you can see, that's...
We want to get an ISDA agreement with JP Morgan so we can deal in long-term options.
ISDA agreement, an agreement that lets an investor sit at the big boy table and make high-level trades not available to stupid. Oh no, trying to be a high-stakes trader without an ISDA is like trying to win the Indy 500. Ah, I can't read that fast. An agreement that lets an investor sit at the big boy table and make high-level trades not available to stupid amateurs. Okay, all right. And then trying to be a high stakes trader without an ISDA is like trying to win the Indy 500 riding a llama.
You guys are under the capital requirements for an ISDA.
ISDA.
By how much?
$1,470,000,000.
Whoa.
Keep up those returns and give us a call way down the line, you know?
Oh, man.
Schedules a meeting at 4:50 in the afternoon.
That's pretty wild timing.
Gentlemen, I need you to leave.
Yep, we're going.
Jeez.
Says that the housing market's a giant bubble.
The word is spreading.
Okay, so this part isn't totally accurate. A friend had told Charlie about it, and I read about it in Grant's Interest Rate Observer.
Right, okay. I was thinking that's a bit weird.
Jamie and Charlie found markets will sell options very cheaply on things they think will never happen.
I'm so distracted by the music.
In a few years, they had turned 110 grand into 30 million.
That's amazing.
These kind of trades are totally out of the question.
You gotta call Ben.
Ben?
He just happened to be Jamie's neighbor when they were in Colorado, and they met walking dogs.
Oh.
He didn't just think the whole system would fail. He thought the whole world was going down.
Oh, one of those.
You guys should start your own garden. What you gotta do is get your soil petrochemicals.
I kind of want to start my own garden, to be fair.
Crunch the
Seriously,
numbers.
guys?
We're going to crunch the numbers like...
I need you out of here.
Of course.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
What do these go for?
Ooh, nice houses. That's one yappy dog.
I'm looking for a Harvey Humpsey.
You want my landlord's dog?
What?
Your landlord filled out his mortgage application using his dog's name?
What? That's crazy.
So, is that asshole not been paying his mortgage? Because I've been paying my rent.
Wow.
Seriously, man. Am I going to have to leave? My kid just got settled in school, man.
That's messed.
Oh, yeah. Just give him a call.
It's not my fault, dude. I've been paying.
That's rough. Past due notice.
It's like 100 houses. It can't be 4 people living in.
Holy moly! At least it warned them. He loves his heavy metal. Uh-oh.
First that you email him. Excuse me.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's so loud in his office. What a distraction.
Actually, no one can see a bubble. That's what makes it a bubble.
That's dumb, Lawrence.
He's so calm.
So Mike Burry of San Jose knows more than Alan Greenspan and Hank Paulson.
Essentially.
That's cute. That's cute. Are you being sarcastic with us, Mike?
I don't know how to be sarcastic.
He's literally just telling it how it is.
Well, we pay roughly 80 to 90 million each year, which is
Each year.
In 6 years, it'll all be gone. On one bet.
It's a big gamble.
How much is eligible for withdrawal before they do, say in the next 2 quarters?
Like, let's go back. We could take it back.
But if they trust me, and they trust me because
No
I've
one
always performed.
trusts you. No one. The contract's avoided. The contract's avoided.
He's like, please don't yell.
Give me my money back.
Give me back my money.
Give me my money back.
It's that Stewie Brian scene that's stuck in my head.
Where's my money? You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man?
Yeah, better like me. Send her to Cabo.
Hey, he's from New Girl.
Well, my firm offers ninja loans.
Ninja
No
loans.
income, no job. These people just want homes.
What? That sounds crazy.
If I write a loan on Friday afternoon, big bank is going to buy it by Monday lunch.
Yeah, same here.
Whoa, that's wild. It's not like that in Australia. You definitely need loads of verification.
I focus on the immigrants, you know? Once they find out they're getting home, they sign where you tell them to sign. Don't ask questions, don't understand the rates.
What?
Yeah.
But I can make 10,000 on a subprime adjustment.
Subprime. That word again.
Strippers.
Yeah.
Can you introduce us?
Yes.
Interrupting your regular broadcast to remind you guys that if you are enjoying this reaction and you want to see the full reaction with me, you can do so by checking out my Patreon. And over there, we have a library full of content, full of uncut reactions for you to check out, like this, and this. You want to check out my Patreon? Link is in the description bar and the pinned comments down below.
You tell the mortgage company what you do?
I write therapists. Oh.
You always do adjustables. And you have more than one loan on a property?
Whoa. More than one loan?
Would you mind not moving anymore? I'll still pay you. We're not alone. Okay, look, if home prices don't...
He's so funny.
Could go up 200-300%. James says I can always refinance. He's a liar. James probably is wrong.
That's scary.
We're talking about 2 loans on one house, right?
I have 5 houses.
Huh?
And a condo.
Huh?
Hey, there's a bubble.
That's insane. He did the groundwork. He did the research.
We'll buy your swaps, but only if you say how you're f***ing us.
Like, be up front.
I'm kissing. I'm looking deep into your eyes as I make love to you, Vinny. I'm handing you get the ice cream, the hot fudge, the banana. Right now I get the sprinkles, and yeah, if this goes through, I get the cherry.
As in, you still make heaps of money too.
We'll take 50 million. Garibaldi 4 triple B.
Yes! Big money. That's big, big money. Money a lot of us will probably never see in our lifetimes.
Ben Rickard.
Hey, Ben, it's Jamie. Oh my gosh, Brad Pitt looks so different.
$1 billion budget and the ability to monitor tens of million calls a second. Do you think they're not using it?
He's paranoid.
Ben Rickard and Dirty Bomb in the same.
Did it anyway.
And the risk is relatively low. Payoff is like 25 to 1.
Now he's into.
To help us get a seat at the table.
They're young dudes. They need a chance.
Thank you, Ben.
Nice work, boys. Truth is like poetry. And most people effing hate poetry. Overheard at Washington, D.C. bar. January 11, 2007.
Is anybody jumping off the buildings yet?
Why would they? Subprime mortgage bond prices are up.
Up.
But subprime bonds, which are made up of subprime loans, are more valuable?
No. They want another 1.9 million.
Oh my God.
S&P, are they downgrading the CDOs?
They're the f***ing same.
Nope, they're all still AAA.
Still
Are
AAA.
you f***ing kidding me? Those motherfuckers. Public, and all they care about, very calmly, very politely, tell the risk assessors to f*** off.
I spoke with Mark Baum. He says to f*** off.
Well, the delinquency rates do have people worried, but they're actually within our models.
Okay.
That is our opinion,
Oh,
yes.
crack the tape. Have you looked at the loan level data? Is there anybody with a credit score and a
Excuse
pulse?
me, sir, what do you think we do here all day?
She is offended.
We don't give them the ratings. They'll go to Moody's. Right down the block.
Right.
If we don't work with them, they will go to our competitors. Simply the way the world works.
I mean, she ain't wrong.
What are you for?
No, I am not for Mr. Baum. I am not.
Clearly.
Is it maybe in your best interest to have the ratings change? Is it, perhaps?
I mean, obviously.
Doesn't make me wrong.
It just makes you a hypocrite.
Yeah. He loves his heavy metal music. 11.3%. He's just walking barefoot too. I could not work in an environment like this. It stressed me the hell out. With all that screaming music.
Mortgage delinquencies went up and the CDOs got more valuable. Unbelievable.
We know.
Unbelievable.
It's completely backwards.
For now.
Pay up, fellas. We made a deal.
No way. No. You kidding me? You come in here.
Everyone is just under a lot of stress right now. My God.
You got a matching little butler boy, you butt.
Damn.
Tell me the difference between stupid and illegal, and I'll have my wife's brother arrested. That was fun. I guess you still have some faith in the system, don't you?
I don't.
Well, except for Vinny.
And if we're wrong, then we gotta find someone to help us get out of this trade.
They're buckling.
Who's gonna tell us? Who understands this stuff? It makes no sense.
There are some people.
I think we need to go to Vegas.
What's in Vegas?
What the hell's in Las Vegas?
Oh, they want to go to Vegas too.
I hear the food has gotten really good in Vegas. They have a Nobu now.
Remember that when you meet with the guys from Baird. I'll set you up with a face-to-face.
Oh, and he's just walking away.
Holy 5 years ago,
Oh my gosh, they're all in
securitization
the
was a loser
one
convention.
place now. Their worlds are gonna collide.
How was your travel? How are you? Uneventful?
Ryan Gosling looks so good. That hairstyle really suits him.
We don't want to spook everybody. Can you do that? I know you got a big mouth. You like to run it. Can you just keep it shut?
That's fair enough.
And the mortgage continues to be the bedrock on which this economy is built.
So they think.
You seem anxious.
you.
How can I help you?
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Would you say, or a probability, that subprime losses stop at 5%?
Oh my god.
I would say it is a very strong probability.
Strong probability.
So, back to the
Ah,
residential
another
sector.
question.
We rolled out the new variable rates package.
Excuse me.
The,
Zero.
Oh my,
There
he is being.
0% chance that your subprime losses will stop at 5%.
He is doing the most
He must
right
be
now.
from Bank of America.
He always has to go because of a phone call.
Saying our residential
The kids.
How are the kids?
Mark Baum really did that. When we were in Vegas, he said that. He took the call. Now you see what I had to deal with.
Yep. So loud. I hate places like these.
My brother's ex-girlfriend works for the SEC.
SEC.
We don't investigate mortgage bonds. Truth is, since we had our budget cut, we don't investigate much.
Anyways, why would she want to help him?
I'm floating my resume to some big banks.
Ah.
Brother.
There must be some kind of law, financial regulation, right?
No.
Even though the bond value's going up? Really? What the hell is going on?
What the hell is going on? Damn, he looks really sad.
If the investors withdraw, what's going to happen here?
Honestly, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. At least he gave me an honest answer.
It's possible that we are in a completely fraudulent system. Guess when someone's wrong, they never know how.
That's what makes him wrong, I guess.
I'll bet you right now that those double A's are actually like B's.
Yeah, he could be onto something.
This is what we did that no one else thought of. Not even Baum or Berry thought to short the double A's.
Charlie,
Oh!
Stop it. Stop.
You should celebrate.
You just bet against the American economy.
That's crazy when you put it that way.
If we're right, people lose homes. People lose jobs.
Yeah, man.
People lose retirement savings. People lose pensions. You know what I hate about? Here's a number. Every 1% unemployment goes up. 40,000 people die. Did you know that? Did you know that?
All your people.
Just don't dance.
Someone had to tell him. I respect Ben.
Merrill Lynch isn't going to send you any customers unless you put Merrill Lynch's bonds in your CDO.
How do you answer that one?
We have a good relationship.
You have a
As
good
in-
relationship.
We've been doing business together for a long
And
time.
so the CDOs, they give you the bonds they want to sell. They give you money to run your business. But you represent the investor.
He doesn't buy it.
Your boss is about to explode.
No, he's too curious to explode.
Hold on.
And then there's CDOs made up on the opposite side of the bet you made with your swaps. Synthetic CDO.
Right. This truly is insane.
His face is starting to boil. He looks like the bad guy from Doom.
50 million in subprime loans. How much money could be out there betting on it right now, tonight?
$1 billion.
Billion.
How much bigger is the market for insuring mortgage bonds than actual mortgages?
About 20 times.
Bond for the mat. And the CDOs were the kerosene-soaked rags. Then the synthetic CDO was the atomic bomb.
Oh.
Mark Baum realized the whole world economy might collapse.
And that's never good.
And I know what you're thinking. What the is a synthetic CDO? Here's Dr. Richard Thaler and Selena Gomez to explain.
Oh, okay, Selena Gomez.
So here's, let's say I bet 10 million on a blackjack hand.
A single mortgage bond.
Okay, single mortgage bond.
My odds are good. I'm on a winning streak. How could I lose, right?
How could I?
So people who are watching and think that I won't lose will make a side bet. So it's the first synthetic.
Side bet.
Somebody else is going to want to make a bet on the outcome of their bet. That'll
Right.
lead to synthetic CDO number 2.
Oh, okay.
I bet you 200 million that lady in the glasses wins that bet.
So I want a great payoff.
About 20 to 1.
That's crazy. I'm not a gambler. I am not into stocks, gambling, trading, none of that. So this is insane to me.
I'll tell you. how much I'm worth. You tell me how much you're worth.
What is the point of that? That is just so arrogant.
Short everything that guy has touched. I want $500 million more swaps.
Just because he's an a-hole?
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't gonna win when this becomes true.
I honestly think the economy might collapse.
You've been saying that the system is broken for years.
Yeah. Oh, right.
More twisted than I could have imagined.
Truly looks sad.
Who was not able to reach out to someone. He was in pain. My brother was in real pain.
Oh, he's talking about his brother.
He told me that he was having bad thoughts.
Bad thoughts.
My first response was to offer him some money.
Oh, when he just needed a friend.
His face was so smashed.
Of course, he had to identify the body. Oh, he's finally dealing with it. Ah, he's a pretty talented guy, you know. He's even switched on musically.
Michael?
Yes?
Oh, his wife. His wife's here.
The mortgage bond market is fraudulent. So, I decided to restrict
that out
investors'
there.
withdrawals until further notice.
Oh, restrict them. Ooh. Is he gonna read his emails? You know what? I'd just be like, I'll read them a little bit later. I'm suing.
Subprime mortgage lender New Century Financial, once the industry leader, by the way, filed for bankruptcy.
Filed for bankruptcy?
Fired 3,200 workers.
Holy moly, what's happening?
This is like the end of capitalism. I don't want to talk to Dad. Okay, I love you too. Save your money.
Save your money.
She says I need to be on Xanax and double my dose of Zola.
I don't like the dismissiveness in family members.
They're selling the Dogg CDOs, then they go to another bank and short the they just sold it.
That's insane.
What am I supposed to
Street
do?
Journal, Avenue
Write a
of
piece called Wolf.
Americas.
Yes.
That's very sad.
It took me years to build my relationships on Wall Street. No bank or ratings agency is going to confirm a story like this.
Yeah.
Just because it comes from two guys in a garage band hedge fund that thinks it's the apocalypse.
I love the
thought you were
turns
for
to
real,
camera.
Casey. I'm not going to burn my reputation on your wild hunch.
Wow.
Just like
Totally fucking
that.
awesome.
Heard from somebody who heard from somebody. No, Alex. No. Sorry.
He's so dominant.
I'm jacked! I'm jacked to the tits!
Do you feel it?
No.
Oh, that's extremely bad for you.
What'd you hear, Tony?
D. Winston, Goldman Sachs. Listen, I've been reviewing your position. I wanted to
Oh,
discuss your marks.
him.
I'm not sure what you want me to say.
I think you've already said it.
He's such a smart guy. Oh, man.
You tell Jeff at Goldman that I'm not transferring funds. This is bullshit.
We're already seeing people start to get fired.
Congratulations.
On what? Oh.
Oh.
Having fun?
Yes. To cover his Triple B shorts, he sold a lot of A and AA swaps as protection. A lot.
Oh.
Tell me Morgan Stanley doesn't hold the contracts on these swaps. All this time I've been trying to figure out who I'm betting against, and it's Morgan Stanley.
Damn.
Which is me.
That's crazy.
What's your...
The long exposure is 15 billion.
Huh?
Short the bank stocks. Wait.
Short the bank stocks and wait.
I'm not giving out any lifeboats.
Mark, if Morgan goes under, we end up with nothing.
What a stressful
Come on.
position.
The assholes at the big banks. I want to take...
boys want any appetizers?
We're talking, please.
Whew. Damn.
This isn't about you. This isn't about you.
Hey,
You're up
hey,
beside Mahogany.
hey, I say when we sell.
Okay. You say when they sell.
They're in England.
What?
The Black Horse Pub, Exmouth, England.
I'm trying to sell $200 million worth of securities in a pub.
He doesn't seem really stressed by any pressure.
No, we want at least $100 million.
100 million? What are you, a drug dealer or a banker?
Stop listening, bro.
Just give me your best price.
Yeah, chuck 100 million into me, mate.
Oh my god.
90 million. 85.
Negotiating. Dear Lawrence, your profits totaling 489 million from Scion Capital have been deposited into your account. 489 million and 47 million. Whew.
I took a rash for 2 years, but I was right. It's a lot of money. I get it. I can feel you judging me. That's palpable.
Eight.
Sorry?
Yon.
No, 80 million.
He's saying that pretty loudly now.
The largest bank in France froze customers' money market accounts today. This thing's hitting Europe.
I never realized this.
Why did you do this with us? You guys said you wanted to get rich. Now you're rich.
That's it. March 14, 2008. So we're in
As
the year.
housing market, one of the big shorts refused to sell. Mark Baum.
Ah, still refused to sell.
Wait and see how the markets react, but that should lay to rest any concerns about the bank's health.
So many phones going off.
That's on its way to decimating the world economy.
How do you really feel?
Still have a sense of humor. I wouldn't if I were you.
Oh.
We live in an era of fraud in America, not just in banking, but in government.
It's really just saying this out loud.
What
Freedom of
bothers
speech.
me-
Every time I hit refresh, it's dropping, man.
That's
And as
great.
fun as it is to watch pompous, dumb Wall Streeters be wildly wrong, and you are wrong, sir. Average people are going to be the ones that are going to have to pay for all of this.
Yeah.
No investment bank has ever failed unless caught in criminal activities. So,
From the time you guys started talking, Bear Stearns stock has fallen more than 38%.
Oh my gosh.
Would you still buy more?
yeah, sure. Of course
Really?
I'd buy more. Why not?
Because of the 38% drop?
Jesus.
It's happening. Wow. In real time.
Next, we
Just
have the
scurrying of
legendary
people.
former
I'm surprised that Mark didn't sell.
Follows a
September
tumultuous few
15,
months of
2008.
market volatility.
This is insane. Oh man. The music is so sad. Jesus Christ.
Morgan stock has lost half its value, down to 23.10. It's in a free fall. Clients wanted to talk to you about pulling their money.
23.10.
It's now or never, Mark. We gotta sell.
He's sad about it.
You're buying stocks? The market's at an all-time low. This is crazy.
It's good to buy stocks when it's a low, right?
Profile, I am a medical student with only one eye, an awkward social manner,
Aw.
and $145,000 in student loans.
Aw.
She wrote back, "You're just what I've been looking for."
The housing crisis represents the greatest financial opportunity.
Making money
Opportunity.
is not like I thought. For the past 2 years, my insides have felt like they're eating themselves.
Yeah, I
People
bet.
won't talk to me anymore, except through lawyers.
Well, them, man.
Familiar.
Did these
And
two lose their jobs?
I'm not.
They were
and
going
never
to
have
IKEA?
been.
Investors group. Oh, he's writing a big
So-
chain email.
So I've come to the sullen realization that I must close down the fund.
Wow.
Since
He was very vulnerable in that email. 48.9%. Oh, 489. Sky on vet. Holy. Total profit 2.69 billion. This is so sad looking. Everything's down.
Paper markets would
They
collapse.
knew.
They knew.
They knew the taxpayers would bail them out. They weren't being stupid. They just didn't care.
Oh.
People are going to be doing what they always do when the economy tanks.
Hmm.
They will be blaming immigrants and poor people.
But Mark was wrong.
Mark was wrong?
In the years that followed, hundreds of bankers and rating agencies executives went to jail.
Oh.
And Congress had no choice but to break up the big banks and regulate the mortgage and derivatives industries.
Oh, good. Oh, that's not true.
Just kidding. Banks took the money the American people gave them and they used it to pay themselves huge bonuses and lobby the Congress to kill big reform. And then they blamed immigrants and poor people.
Oh,
and this time, even when all was said and done, only one single banker went to jail. Kareem Sarah Geldin from Credit Suisse.
Kareem Sarah
He had a
Geldin.
few billion in mortgage bond losses, something most of the big banks did on a good day during the crisis.
Just one guy?
You know, once we sell, we'll be just like the rest of them. You know that.
We're not the bad guys here. We didn't defraud the American people and prey on their dreams of owning a home.
Big banks
Now we
did.
$1 billion.
He genuinely seems so hurt for the American people.
Okay.
He has to. He has to sell.
Sell it all.
He's got people who work for him, under him, Charlie Geller and Jamie Shipley attempted to sue the ratings agencies but were laughed out of all of the law offices. Jamie still runs Brownfield, but Charlie left New York to live in Charlotte and start a family. Ben Rickett now lives with his wife on a large orchard. They have plenty of seeds. That's nice. Michael Burry contacted the government several times to see if anyone wanted to interview him to find out how he knew the system would collapse years before anyone else. No one ever returned his calls, but he was audited 4 times and questioned by the FBI. The small investing he still does is all focused on one commodity: water. In 2015, several large banks began selling billions in something called a bespoke tranche opportunity, which according to Bloomberg News is just another name for CDO. Oh my God, there were so many cameos in this film, which I totally didn't expect. Margot Robbie, she was explaining something to me, and I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I was finding it hard to pay attention. If I could pay attention, I wonder what it was like for the finance bros watching this film, because I imagine that the finance bros would have been the target demographic for this film. And then, of course, Selena Gomez, Anthony Bourdain, RIP. So many people were in this, and they broke the fourth wall on many occasions, which I love. I always love the breaking of the fourth wall. This movie was very fast paced, and it had a lot of financial jargon that was hard for me to follow. As much as I tried to follow, it still was difficult. I felt like I needed to pause the film or at least write it all down. And I don't know, actually I do know why I didn't write it all down. It's because I couldn't find my pen, and then my notebook fell, and then my pen fell out of my notebook. So it was like somewhere wedged in between these pages. So I couldn't write anything down. I did pause once or twice just to read what was going on the screen, because even when I had the text there for me explaining a little bit of these terms, it was so fast that I couldn't even read it fast enough. So yeah, there were moments where I was like, okay, a lot of this is going past me, but I do understand the general concept of what's going on. There were a lot of separate stories going on that kind of met. Not really. When they all made their way to Las Vegas, Nevada, there was definitely a lot of different plots to follow that were all sort of the same because they were all doing the same things. The only person that really just felt for the American people and also the world was Mark and Charlie and Jamie. When Ben told them, hey, why are you guys celebrating? The average American is going to be the ones paying for this. And we saw it. We saw the homelessness. We saw people losing their jobs. And I was alive in 2008. I didn't realize any of this was going on. I kind of heard briefly there was like a financial crisis in 2008, but I was a kid, so none of that really affected me at all. I wasn't making any money in 2008, that's for damn sure. And I only really got a proper understanding, and not even a proper, like a glimpse of an understanding by watching this movie. It definitely taught me a lot, but I think I would need to know about the American financial market and how it works there, because things work a little bit differently there than they do here. And even, you know, when Michael Burry was first realizing what was going on, his superiors and his friends and peers and colleagues, they weren't understanding him, even though he was explaining it to them I would say in a succinct way. It still didn't make sense to them because it had never happened in American history before. It had literally never happened before. It was such a secure market because people tend to pay their mortgage. The weirdest thing for me was learning that there are some mortgage brokers that don't even get you verified financially. I can say this, verification and proving that you can pay off your mortgage is a very, very big thing in Australian banks. So it was a bit of a strange concept hearing that. It was very alarming that there were a lot of mortgage brokers just getting people loans without verifying their finances. Other than that, I thought it was a very brilliant way to portray and to tell the story of the 2008 financial crisis, because it is quite a, or overall it's a boring and hard to understand concept for the regular, normal, average Joe or Jane, and it was told in a very entertaining way. I loved all of the music. I loved the fourth wall breakings. I loved the comedy that they used to try and help us understand. Also, just like point blank telling us, hey, this is what a CDO is. This is what that is. This is what this is. They did put in effort in helping us learn as well, which I really appreciated. This was a really entertaining film. I can't fault this film. I can't fault the writing, the cinematography, the music, the cast as well. Incredible cast. And they tackled a really difficult subject matter and they did it in a very, very cool way. It was quite sad at the end to realize that only one person went to jail and people ended up blaming immigrants and poor people at the end, and not much has changed. It's a bit of a sad ending, but a very interesting story. So I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this reaction and want to see more videos from me, please make sure you like and subscribe. Turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video from my channel. If you guys are after the uncut version, you can find that over on Patreon, linked down below and in the pinned comments, where you'll also find me on all of the social media handles, and you can find my 2 other channels as well. So thank you so much for joining me on this viewing. I had a great time. I hope you guys did too. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everyone.